Good morning and a fantastic day ahead. Wishing you a thankful Thursday. आज गुरुवार है, आज गुरु का दिन है. So आपके जो भी आराध्य हैं, गुरु हैं, टीचर्स हैं, उनको डेफिनेटली इवन आपके जो जिनको भी आप करते हैं पूजा, जैसे हम गुरु नानक जी बोलते हैं, जो भी हम बोलते हैं, let's just wish them, let's just thank them, let's be in gratitude. And आज इस attitude के साथ अपना दिन शुरू करते हैं. And let's have a fantastic morning. Peak set programming कर लेते हैं. Let's do it. Ritesh sir, can we please have the music on? Thank you, Nisha ji. Yes, I'm a winner. Left leg in the front, right in the back. And let's run. Thank you. We all are winners in our beautiful life, and may we each emerge a winner and learn that there's nothing which is stopping us. We are unstoppable, we are powerful, we are infectious, and we are energetic. That's how we all are. With this beautiful dose of positivity, let's start our morning with the magic weight loss pill by Lucotino. Let's see today what's coming. Oh yes, I remember. So today is beautiful. Why? Today is again a day of love. Today is a day of addressing each one of us and rising above the taboo. इंडिया में सेक्स की बातें इतनी इजीली ओपन प्लेटफॉर्म्स पे नहीं होती. इट्स अ शश थिंग. देयर वेरी फ्यू पीपल हु टॉक ओपनली अबाउट इट. ओशो थे जो बात करते थे, कई लोग उनको पता नहीं भगवान बोलते थे, बट ही वाज अ फिलोसोफर. It's very important for the body to release, to heal, to energize, and to rejuvenate. Sex is not something just taboo. Sex is beautiful and it's very, very important. When you have it, you're connected. कभी आपने देखा होगा कि अगर आपका संबंध अपने पार्टनर के साथ हफ्ता या 10 दिन नहीं होता, झंझलाहट आ जाती है रिलेशनशिप में. You are not so comfortable. You start becoming snappy, you start not understanding each other, and there's a discord that happens. And the minute you become one, your connection is profound. In India, that's what they say. I mean, in Hinduism, I'll say not India, I'll say Hinduism में पहला बोलते हैं कि शिव शक्ति का मिलन हुआ था. The universe was one. The cosmic energy was one. फिर वो डिवाइड हुई, एक सोल डिवाइड हुई दो में, शिव एंड शक्ति, एंड दैट बिकेम ए यूनियन. ऐसे ही बोलते हैं कि वंस अ कपल इज मैरिड, A man and a woman become one. Mind, body and soul के साथ आपका soul connection होता है, आपका mind से आप connect होते हो and आप body से connect होते हो. That's a divine connection. अगर आपकी habit में, in case in your life, sex is not a priority, please get back to intimacy. Please get back to being with your partner. It's a therapy and it's very healing. Having more of intimacy is a fantastic way of getting to know each other more. You become more comfortable. You can express much more. It's also an expression. When they say the expression is important for the soul, start writing, expressing. That's why I say on Facebook, share your pictures. I'm sorry I haven't gone on Facebook in the last 2 days because I've been really busy, maybe 2 or 3 days. Today I will do all my quota in the car journey when I'm going to Rajasthan for 3 days. So I'm going to be again from one village, one city to another, in developing my new businesses. So for that, when I'll have a lot of time in social media, तो आज मैं लोगों से बात भी कर पाऊंगी और आज मैं चेक भी कर पाऊंगी. मैं क्यों बोलती हूँ कि आप पिक्चर के साथ कुछ पोस्ट करें, फील करें, जैसी भी इंग्लिश हो, डजंट मैटर, कोई जज नहीं कर रहा, लेकिन एक्सप्रेशन करना बहुत ज़रूरी है. इसी भांति इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू एक्सप्रेस योर सेल्फ बॉडीली. Hugging a person, embracing your partner, having sex is a very wonderful stress buster. दिन की सारी थकान खत्म हो जाती है and these hormones help you sleep better. They help your body better. You become more younger. Let's read about this. Can we have somebody volunteer for it who doesn't have a taboo with the sex word? Otherwise, I will read it. Please raise your hands, whoever. Otherwise, I'll start in the next 1 minute. Thank you, Rupal. I was actually looking forward to hearing your voice. I just say, I think I manifested you. All right. Please read. Rupal, your voice is cracking.
Wait.
Okay, so until Rupal is settling up, power fact number 39, have more sex. What
Can I-
connection? Yes, please.
Is it better now or it's still cracked?
It's fine. It's fine.
Have more sex. What connection does this have with your weight? Having more sex is also a great way to move from a sedentary to an active lifestyle. Plus, it keeps you happy, assuming it is safe and satisfying, and works as a massive stress buster. As certain sex hormones are produced during the act, the cortisol level falls. Sex is good for your metabolic activity and burns calories as well. It can help you have a good night of sleep, of deep sleep, which you know is extremely important for fat burn and weight loss. Disconnect from your gadgets at least 1 hour before bed. That will help with the production of more melatonin. Don't know what to do in that 1 hour? Make love. Keep it safe and respectful.
Isn't it so beautiful, so divine? Just keep it safe, keep it respectful, have time, make love, sleep better, lose weight faster. What wonderful things. So people who are looking for weight loss, it's damn good, okay? Believe in it, go for it. It's a myth in India. People say once a month, twice a month, we're married. Yeah, weddings become stale. Obviously, weddings will become stale. Marriages will become stale. You've got to so rather than using the word sex, just say I make love. It's so beautiful because we are all about love. We were born because of love. This is the reason why we were born. So it's not a taboo word. In fact, if possible, make it common in your family. Like really, I mean, don't make it taboo for your children also. Make them grow up understanding that it's beautiful, it's spice, it's not dirty. No, that's what it happens in India, but I don't understand why this happens. So I grew up with very comfortable. Yes, this topic was not very talked about in my family. No, it wasn't talked about at all. But I want my children to grow up knowing that this is very normal. It's not something taboo. All right. Let's just go further and go to a next beautiful book of The Power of Subconscious Mind. And today we are going to be understanding a very beautiful science about forgiveness. And that's please something we all need to understand. You've had it in mirror work, but I know mirror work is something you master in 2 or 3 sessions. You can't master in one session. So for the ones who are continuing in May, We are anyways going to do mirror work. If not, please, if some of Anika has started, uh, 2, 3 people have started mirror work. So yeah, it's very important to start. How to use your subconscious mind for forgiveness is so, so, so important. All right, Rupal, let's go for it.
Life plays no favorites. God is life. And this life principle is flowing through you this moment. God loves to express himself as harmony, peace, beauty, joy, and abundance through you. This is called the will of God or the tendency of life. If you set up resistance in your mind to the flow of life through you, this emotional congestion will get snarled up in your subconscious mind and cause all kinds of negative conditions. God has nothing to do with the unhappy or chaotic conditions in the world. All these conditions are brought about by man's negative and destructive thinking. Therefore, it is silly to blame God for your trouble or sickness.
I hope my Sangha, we have 48 members right now. I hope none of us blame God. हाय आपने क्यों कर दिया क्यों बीमार कर दिया क्या तकलीफ ले आए Please don't do all that. It's not God. It's us. Simply we're thinking about it, we're talking about it, we're feeling about it, and we are bringing this misery to our life. So again, I'm repeating myself. Anything negative in your life, anything negative, whether you switched off or whatever, you're not talking about to anybody else except for the woman or the man in the mirror. That is your best friend forever. Just talk to that person, nobody else. Let's read further.
Many persons habitually set up mental resistance to the flow of life by accusing and reproaching God for the sin, sickness, and suffering of mankind. Others cast the blame on God for their pains, aches, loss of loved ones, personal tragedies, and accidents. They are angry at God and they believe He is responsible for their misery. As long as people entertain such negative concepts about God, they will experience the automatic negative reaction from their subconscious minds. Actually, such people do not know that they are punishing themselves. They must see the truth, find release, and give up all condemnation, resentment, and anger against anyone or any power outside themselves. Otherwise, they cannot go forward into a healthy, happy, or creative activity. The minute these people entertain a God of love in their minds and hearts, and when they believe that God is their loving Father who watches over them, cares for them, guides them, sustains and strengthens them, this concept and belief about God or the life principle will be accepted by their subconscious mind and they will find themselves blessed in countless ways. Should
So
I
please
move?
understand that we can't resist to this mother nature. There's an automatic flow in our body. In fact, even in Ikigai, we've learned about this magical flow. So when we flow from one thought to another, there's no congestion. When you're flowing, that means there's no dis-ease in your body, there's no negative thoughts. And that's when you will become complete. If you're resisting mentally, if you're stopping the flow of life and you're just sinning, you're being sick, you're just suffering because of your own thing, you're bound to have some bodily disorders. You will have aches, pains, you forget something, you will lose loved ones, lots will happen. Their personal tragedies will happen, anything can happen because you are angry at him. You're blaming him. So stop blaming him. All right. Second thing, all negative concepts are out of your window. They are not to do with your subconscious mind. They're only done by your 10% conscious brain. So just don't give this power. Make this more powerful. All right. Second thing, the fourth, last thing, to lead a very beautiful, healthy life, you have to have creative energy. Always develop something nice and new. Men who are fond of drinks, you can develop some interesting cocktail. Women who are fond of some cooking, you can develop some nice food. Think of something creative. Maybe write differently today, gratitude journal. Some creativity somewhere, maybe you wear your outfit something differently. If you're wearing a sari, you just adorn it in a different fashion. Creativity is in everyday life. You have to be creative. Don't look for occasions to celebrate life. Be creative, pamper yourself however you want. Just be creative. When you're creative, you're again in a flow. And then that's when you are realizing that mind, body, and soul are working very fine. And keep thanking God, because believe you me, He's inside you. Firstly, He's seeing every single action of you. So why are you saying, mandir jaane ki zarurat nahi hai? I mean, you want to go, please go. But you have the divinity inside you, my dears. So accept them, love them, thank them, and then you will be very, very blessed in so many countless ways that you have no idea. Now let's read about life always forgives us.
Life always forgives you. Life forgives you when you cut your finger. The subconscious intelligence within you sets about immediately to repair it. New cells build bridges over the cut. Should you take some tainted food by error, life forgives you and causes you to regurgite it in order to preserve you. If you burn your hand, the life principle reduces the edema and congestion and gives you new skin, tissue, and cells. Life holds no grudges against you, and it is always forgiving you. Life brings you back to health, vitality, harmony, and peace. If you cooperate by thinking in harmony with nature, negative, hurtful, if you, sorry, let me just read that again. Life brings you back to health, vitality, harmony, and peace if you cooperate by thinking in harmony with nature. Negative, hurtful memories, bitterness, and ill will clutter up and impede the free flow of the life principle in you.
Simple, anything negative, it's going to be a blockage in your body, and that will manifest as a dis-ease, and it will not allow you to flow. Everything positive is just about flowing. You don't even know it's timelessness. Time just flows. The way my 3 day yesterday was such a magical day, it just flew from one to another organically, and I was like, oh my God, thank you, divinity, you're blessing me with one another. I was just flowing. And in the morning when I checked my weight, not morning, I think about afternoon, I dropped by 1.2 kilos. I know there's 1.21 because the one is not to be seen, but I know it's there. In just 2 days, I lost 1.21 kilos. How? Because you're flowing with life. You're loving your life. You don't need protection. And that's when the weight shuts off. Weight is not about food. Weight is about what we think. It's our happy thoughts. It's just the way we live. So I know these 22 kilos that I put on in this one pandemic year will simply go. And these 22 kilos had come to me for a purpose. I will get that purpose very soon. I had to feel sick to tell you that you can't afford to feel like, even right now I have some acid in my body. I did not know about acid much, but it's there. So I know I have to heal it, and it's so beautiful that I can feel it. But now I'm telling it, just leave my body because I'm done with you. I've had my lesson. I've understood it's back to. So if you flow with your life, life flows for you. I yesterday was such an eventful day. Morning, I spent time. There's a lot of liquor which was saved from the party, so I put that in the basement with a promise from the vendor that if he has a party at night, if it's shortfall, he'll buy from me. Great. Otherwise, we'll host parties and finish it off. So again, celebration. I spent a lot of good quality time with Muskan, which was lovely because now I'm going to meet my daughters only on Monday because I leave today and I come back on Saturday. And the girls are leaving Char Chachi and the bhai for a holiday the weekend. So we will not get to see each other. So I had a very good time with her. We laughed, we giggled, we tickled. It was wonderful. She went for a movie with Char Chachi. Tavish, went for a day spent with her friend. And I went to my Rahul sir. I just went to give my gratitude to him. I think I posted on the group in the night. I was so excited. I wished him good for his new house. I had stories to talk about, and it was such a wonderful rendezvous with ma'am and sir. And the three of us clicked a picture, and I was like, I'm in a happy space. I saw my Mecca and Medina, my, temple, whatever, wherever, because his office felt like a temple. And I even dhokoed him and the mandir. He's like, what are you doing? I said, sir, for me, this is something, I'm entering a pious zone. He said, you're mad. I said, yes, I'm mad. Then I went to my elder sister. There was a money transaction for the party I'd borrowed from her. I gave it back to her. Then I went to my grandparents. And Nani was a little upset because, yes, day before I lost one of my mamus to cancer. And he was a very dear mamu. He was, in fact, almost everyone was telling my grandparents to adopt him because they had only one daughter. So he was very close to their heart. So Nani was completely on bed. Anyway, she's had a heart attack a couple of days back. So, I was just telling her how life is beautiful and stop feeling so sad. I woke her up from her bed, made her sit down. I hugged her. I gave her energy. I spoke about my 2 days, and she was like, wow, wow, wow. Then I talked about my next 3 days, how I'm going to get new business. And she's like, how do you know? I said, Mama, I know. I call her Mama or Nani, whatever. I said, Mama, I know. तुम तो पता नहीं हमारा पावर गर्ल बन गए हो. I said, Mama, I am like that. You brought me up like that. All of a sudden, she shifted. Why? I went for a mere half hour, and my nani from a -100 became at least maybe a 10. You know, at least she shifted. I told her, Mama, celebrate life. Celebrate what Mama lived with us. Okay, fine, he got the cancer on him because by having tobacco. I understand you're hurt. But forgive him. And just forgive yourself. And just move on. Bauji was fine. Very impressed with me, with my business coaching and with my new business sales. He's really impressed. He's like, wow. I say, me, तुम भी राहुल सर की तरह बन जाना. और मैं आपका आशीर्वाद है तो बन जाऊंगी, बट सर सिखाते हैं बिजनेस के बारे में, मैं सिखाऊंगी लाइफ के बारे में. बोले हमारा आशीर्वाद तुम्हारे साथ है. ऑलवेज बी ब्लेस्ड माय डियर गर्ल, यू आर माय पावर गर्ल. सो yesterday Nani said the word power and Bauji said the word power. I said, okay, power has something to do with me. I'll go with the cues later. Please flow with life. Please forgive yourself. Please forgive the others. Somebody's hurt you. Okay, here she was hurt. My grandma was hurt because Mama went because of cancer. She was very hurt. I said, just forgive him. He's gone. Forgive yourself. She's like, hum ja nahi paaye Guntur. And I'm like, Mama, it's all right. My mom was in Guntur yesterday and I spoke to her on the phone. I also lifted her up. She was very, very depressed mood. I said, Mama, this is what happened in my 2 days. Magical, magical, magical. And then she said, you made me smile. How do we make people smile? By simply sharing our energy, by not talking about the negative at all, because negative brings negativity, but two minuses become a positive. If you're counteracting, there are two negative people talking about something, at times they become positive. Okay, you also have it. Oh, I also have it. Chalo fir to theek hai. That's what they talk. Now it's not a big thing. Now I'm not victimizing myself because it's fine. So remember to be in a positive principle. Remember to be in a life principle. Follow only the positivity, uplift each other, your sangha, your people around you, the world around you, and forgive. Forgive very easily. It doesn't matter. Who are you to not to hold on a grudge? No, we are no one. Now let's talk about how this gentleman banished that feeling of immense guilt in him. Let's talk about that.
I knew a man who worked every night until about 1 o'clock in the morning. He paid no attention to his two boys or his wife. He was always too busy working hard. He thought people should pat him on his back because he was working so arduously and persistently past midnight every night. He had he had a blood pressure of over 200 and was full of guilt. Unconsciously, he proceeded to punish himself by hard work and he completely ignored his children. A normal man does not do that. He is interested in his boys and in their development. He does not shut his wife out of his world. I explained to him why he was working so arduously. There is something eating you inside, otherwise, you would not act this way. You are punishing yourself and you have to learn to forgive yourself. He did have a deep sense of guilt. It was toward a brother. I explained to him that God was not punishing him, but that he was punishing himself. For example, if you misuse the laws of life, you will suffer accordingly. If you put your hand on a naked charged wire, you will get burned. The forces of nature are not evil. It is your use of them that determines whether they have a good or evil effect. Electricity is not evil. It depends on how you use it, whether to burn down a structure or light up a home. The only sin is ignorance of the law, and the only punishment is the automatic reaction of man's misuse of the law. If you misuse the principle of chemistry, you may blow up the office or the factory. If you strike your hand on a board, you may cause your hand to bleed. The board is not for that purpose. Its purpose may be to lean upon or to support your feet. This man realized that God does not condemn or punish anyone and thought that all his suffering was due to the reaction of his subconscious mind to his own negative and destructive thinking. He had cheated his brother at one time, and the brother had now passed on. Still, he was full of remorse and guilt. I asked him, would you cheat your brother now? He said, no. Did you feel you were justified at that time? His reply was, yes. But you would not do it now. He added, no. I'm helping others to know how to live. I added the following comment. You have a greater reason and understanding now. Forgiveness is to forgive yourself. Forgiveness is getting your thoughts in line with the divine law of harmony. Self condemnation is called hell, bondage, and restriction. Forgiveness is called heaven, harmony, and peace. The burden of guilt and self condemnation was lifted from his mind and he had a complete healing. The doctor tested his blood pressure and it had become normal. The explanation was the cure.
So simple, no? You're holding on guilt, you're punishing yourself, you're punishing the other person because you can't forgive each other. How depressing this is. You're guilty. Guilty, and even your relationship is bad because you're not able to talk to each other. What if there's a problem when you start speaking to each other? Okay, this happened. Wasn't a good feeling. What is a good taste in the mouth? Talk about it. Clear it off. And rather than proving your point correct, that I'm right, you're wrong. Don't do that. Just say, Jo bhi tha, let's move on. Maybe I'm at mistake, maybe you're at mistake. But let's forget it. I'm sorry for what happened. I'm sorry for what happened. Let's move on. ऐसा करने से you're not being guilty. You're not holding a grudge. You're able to forgive so normally. And that's when you're able to just move on. This burden of guilt and self condemnation, ridiculing yourself, is so depressing and it's so harmful. So please completely heal yourself, detox yourself from these bad emotions, from these bad feelings, from these bad lifestyle if you have it, and become healthier and magical. Let's understand the next story about how a murderer learned to forgive himself. Poor guy, I'm saying poor because he was a victim and he just murdered people. Now what happened? Let's see his awakening.
A man who murdered his brother in Europe visited me many years ago. He was suffering from great mental anguish and torture, believing that God must punish him. He explained that his brother had been having an affair with his wife and that he had shot him on the spur of the moment. This had happened about 15 years previous to his interview with me. In the meantime, this man had married an American girl and had been blessed with three lovely children. He was in a position where he had helped many people and he was a transformed man. My explanation to him was that physically and psychologically, he was not the same man who shot his brother. Since scientists inform us that every cell of our bodies changes every 11 months. Moreover, mentally and spiritually, he was a new man. He was now full of love and goodwill for humanity. The old man who had committed the crime 15 years before was mentally and spiritually dead. Actually, he was condemning an innocent man. This explanation had a profound effect upon him.
So, what is happening? Okay, he made a mistake. He made a huge mistake. But then what? Then what? He's so angry with himself. You have to forgive on. Rupal, please conclude the particular story.
Yeah. This, he said, as if it was as if a great weight had been lifted from his mind. He realized the significance of the following truth in the Bible. Come now, let us reason together, saith the Lord. Through your sins, be as scarlet, they shall be as white as snow. Though they be red, like crimson, they shall be as wool. Isaiah 1 is to 18.
So you have to let that huge burden off your mind. You have to move on. If you don't move on, life will never be nice to you because you are holding yourself responsible for something that you haven't done with the intention. It just happened. And even if there's intention, just move on. You have to heal. Let's go with another story of how criticism cannot hurt you without your consent.
A school teacher told me that one of her associates criticized a speech she had given, saying to her that she spoke too fast. She swallowed some of her words. She couldn't be heard. Her diction was poor and her speech ineffective. This teacher was furious and full of resentment toward her critic. She admitted to me that the criticism were just. Her first reaction was really childish, and she agreed that the letter was really a blessing and a marvelous corrective. She proceeded immediately to supplement her deficiencies in her speech by enrolling a course in public speaking at a city college. She wrote and thanked the writer of the note for her interest, expressing appreciation for her conclusions and findings, which enabled the teacher to correct the matter at once. Should I continue?
Yeah, please.
How to be compassionate.
You
Suppose
know why
not.
I'm saying 1 second. You know why I'm saying continue because we did the same chapter yesterday. That
Hmm.
we don't have to let anyone. We don't have to give power to anyone. So there's no need to repeat. It's very simple. Yeah, how to be compassionate, please.
How to be compassionate. Suppose none of the things mentioned in the letter had been true of the teacher, the latter would have realized that a class material had upset the prejudices, superstitions, or narrow sectarian beliefs of the writer of the note, and that a psychologically ill person was simply pouring forth her resentment because a psychological boil had been hurt. To understand this fact is to be compassionate. The next logical step would be to pray for the other person's peace, harmony, and understanding. You cannot be hurt when you know that you're the master of your thoughts, reactions, and emotions. Emotions follow thoughts, and you have the power to reject all thoughts which may disturb or upset you. Left at the altar. Some years ago, I visited a church to perform a marriage ceremony. The young man did not appear, and at the end of 2 hours, the bride to be shed a few tears and then said to me, I prayed for his divine guidance. This might be the answer, for he never aileth. That was her reaction. Faith in God and all things good. She had no bitterness in her heart because, as she said, it must have not been the right action because my prayer was for right action for both of us. Someone else having a similar experience would have gone into a tantrum, have had an emotional fit, required sedation, and perhaps needed hospitalization. Tune in with the infinite intelligence within your subconscious depths, trusting the answer in the same way that you trusted your mother when she held you in her arms. This is how you can acquire poise and mental and emotional health.
So when something happens to us, it's very normal that you want something and it doesn't happen, and you're frustrated, you're like angry, and whatever. But please, there is somebody above you who's seeing all the Leela. He or he is guiding the entire universe into what it has to be for you, what is good for you. So please don't take it otherwise. Think about it, ponder. Think that, okay, this hasn't happened. What are the 10 blessings I can count that this hasn't happened? What is there for me to understand? Count your blessings, think about them, and you will get an answer. Don't get helter skelter. Don't get totally upset about something and start shouting. No, don't do that. Understand. And understand the divine is always guiding you, whether you're asking it or not. It's always there. So please remember, This is how it is. Now, it is wrong to marry? Sex is evil and I'm evil. Were the conditions of this person? And she had been taught and fed and she believed in it. And then what happened? Let's understand.
Some time ago, I talked to a young lady aged 22. She was taught that it was a sin to dance, to play cards, to swim, and to go out with men. She was threatened by her mother, who told her she would burn eternally in hellfire if she disobeyed her will and her religious teachings. This girl wore a black dress and black stockings. She wore no rouge, lipstick, or any form of makeup because her mother said, please turn the page, because her mother said that these things were sinful. Her mother told her that all men were evil and that sex was of the devil and a simply diabolic debauchery. This girl had to learn how to forgive herself as she was full of guilt. To forgive means to give for. She had to give up all these false beliefs for the truths of life and a new estimate of herself. When she went out with young men in the office where she worked, she had a deep sense of guilt and thought that God would punish her. Several eligible young men proposed to her, but she said to me, "It is wrong to marry. Sex is evil, and I am evil." This was her conscious or early conditioning speaking. She came to me once weekly for about 10 weeks, and I taught her the workings of the conscious and subconscious mind as set forth in this book. This young girl gradually came to see that she had been completely brainwashed, mesmerized, and conditioned by an ignorant, superstitious, bigoted, and frustrated mother. She broke away completely from her family and started to live a wonderful life. At my suggestion, she dressed up and had her hair attended to. She took lessons in dancing from a man, and she also took driving lessons. She learned to swim, play cards, and had a number of dates. She began to love life. She prayed for a divine companion by claiming that the infinite spirit would attract her to the man who harmonized with her thoroughly. Eventually, this came to pass. As she left my office one evening, there was a man waiting to see me, and I casually introduced them. They are now married and
Wow.
harm each other perfectly.
So just see how beliefs are. They throttle you, they make you live in a bad place, and they're limiting beliefs, and you can't get over them, and you're just abiding them. So please, if you have any negative beliefs, think about them, turn them into positive. This lady was lucky that Dr. Murphy was talking to her, guiding her, and when she realized that how wonderful it was. So if you see somebody in trouble like this, learn to talk here, learn to counsel, try to help out, reach out, get people in the right mood. Help people, empower people, help people. Dr. Murphy did that, you can do that. And just see how wonderful, she's married to a man who just casually she met. That's cosmic timing, divine intervention. And that's, of course, the spiritual energy also, which is attracting. There's always infinite spirit. So, yes, that works in play. Now, let's read this chapter about forgiveness is necessary for healing.
And when you start and when you stand praying, forgive if ye ought against any. Mark 11 is to 25. Forgiveness of others is essential to mental peace, radiant health. You must forgive everyone who has ever hurt you if you want perfect health and happiness. Forgive yourself by getting your thoughts in harmony with divine law and order. You cannot really forgive yourself completely until you have forgiven others first. To refuse to forgive yourself is nothing more or less than spiritual pride or ignorance. In the psychosomatic field of medicine today, it is being, constantly stressed that resentment, condemnation of others, remorse, and hostility are behind a host of maladies ranging from arthritis to cardiac disease. They point out that these sick people who were hurt, mistreated, deceived, or injured were full of resentment and hatred for those who hurt them. This caused inflamed and festered wounds in their subconscious minds. There is only one remedy. They have to cut out and discard their hurts. And the one and only way sure the and the one and only sure way is by forgiveness.
So, forgiveness is the most important thing. It's the most important feeling. It's the most important act of kindness for yourself or for the others. Because when you're doing that, you're releasing all possible scope of resentment, all possibilities that are happening in your life, which you are going to manifest as dis-ease, strike from one fact: forgiveness. You're holding a grudge against somebody. You're not able to forgive. So forgiveness is very important. Very, very, very important. Let's again take this journey forward about forgiveness. Forgiveness is love in action. Yes.
The essential ingredient in the art of forgiveness is the willingness to forgive. If you sincerely desire to forgive another, you are 51% over the hurdle. I feel sure. I feel sure you know that to forgive the other does not necessarily mean that you like him or want to associate with him. You cannot be compelled to like someone. Neither can a government legislate goodwill, love, peace, or tolerance. It is quite impossible to like people because someone in Washington issues an edict to that effect. We can, however, love people without liking them. The Bible says, love ye one another. This anyone can do who really wants to do it. Love means that you wish for the other health, happiness, peace, joy, and all the blessings of life. There is only one prerequisite, and that is sincerity. You're not being magnanimous when you forgive. You are really being selfish because what you wish for the other, you're actually wishing for yourself. The reason is that you're thinking it and you're feeling it. As you think and you feel, so are you. Could anything be more simpler than that?
Simple. Just forgive. Now you don't know how to forgive as a question. Okay. You have a question and let's understand it. Let's understand technique of forgiveness. How simple it is to forgive. Let's understand.
The following is a simple method which works wonders on your life as you practice it. Quiet your mind, relax, and let go. Think of God and His love for you, and then affirm. I fully and freely forgive dash dash. I release him mentally and spiritually. I completely forgive everything connected with the matter in question. I am free and he is free. It is a marvelous feeling. It is my day of general amnesty. I release anybody and everybody who has ever hurt me. And I wish for each and everyone health, happiness, peace, and all the blessings of life. I do this freely, joyously, and lovingly. And whenever I think of the person or person who hurt me, I say, I have released you, and all the blessings of life are yours. I am free, and you are free. It is wonderful.
It is truly wonderful when you say such positive affirmations for somebody and you just don't think too much. You don't think about your ego so much. You forget being I, me, and am, and you just connect. And that's beautiful.
The great secret of true forgiveness is that once you have forgiven the person, it is unnecessary to repeat the prayer. Whenever the person comes to your mind or the particular hurt happens to enter your mind, wish the delinquent well and say, Peace be to you. Do this as often as a thought enters your mind. You will find that after a few days, the thought of the person or experience will return less and less often until it fades into nothingness.
So there's nothing called, thank you so much, Upal. So Preeti, there's nothing called how many times will you do it. If you're comfortable doing it once, once. If you're comfortable doing it twice, twice. If you're comfortable doing it thrice, thrice. Just take it as it comes. Feel basically to quiet your mind and relax and just let go. Let go of anything negative towards a person. When you do that, you will be healing yourself. Now, this is very important, and this is something which all of us should understand. The acid test of forgiveness. How do you do this? Let's understand.
There is an acid test for gold. There is also an acid test. If I should tell you something wonderful about someone who has wronged you, cheated you, or defrauded you, and you sizzled at hearing the good news about the person, the roots of hatred would still be in your subconscious mind playing havoc with you. Let us suppose you had a painful abscess on your jaw a year ago and you told me about it. I would casually ask you if you had any pain now. You would automatically say, "Of course not. I have a memory of it, but no pain." That is the whole story. You may have a memory of the incident, but no sting or hurt anymore. This is the acid test, and you must meet it psychologically and spiritually. Otherwise, you are simply deceiving yourself and not practicing the true art of forgiveness.
Please understand, Dipali, that when we want to forgive and somebody is repeating himself or herself again and again, you have to come to a point and tell yourself, this is the nature of this soul. I still bless him, I still bless her, and let them say whatever they want. It does, I don't give them the power to affect me. I'm hearing from this ear and taking out from this ear, control all delete. I am fresh and new, and I forgive him easily. When you do this, you will be in a mode of self love, peace, because now you're not giving the person power. Abhi Dipali, what you're saying is giving him power, all right? You'll really feel light about this. To understand all is forgive all. Very beautiful chapter and section, and that's the last for this day. Then we'll summarize it.
When man understands the creative law of his own mind, he ceases to blame other people and conditions for making or marring his life. He knows that his own thoughts and feelings create his destiny. Furthermore, he is aware that externals are not the causes and conditioners of his life and his experiences. To think that others can mar your happiness, that you are the football of a cruel fate, that you must oppose and fight others for a living, all these and others like them, are untenable when you understand that thoughts are things. The Bible says the same thing. For as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he.
What
Proverb.
you, yeah.
Sorry.
So, a Bible says in Proverbs 23 is to 7 that what you think in your mind is what you think in your mind and heart is what you are. So, if you have thoughts and feelings which create your destiny, you will know that if you are having thoughts of blaming somebody, of not being able to forgive somebody, and harboring negative feeling, you're creating your own destiny, and that same thing will come to you. Whatever you're not being able to forgive will repeat and manifest again and again and again. You're already going through torture from one feeling. Do you want to manifest that again? So now what's happening, Dipali, I'll tell you. Now, again, this example is yours. The person you forgave, but he repeated himself because you have not completely forgiven him. If you had completely forgiven him and the feelings were fine, then you would have not created this destiny of yours. You are creating this experience again and again by simply not being able to completely let go. I can tell you something, use creative visualization meditation in which the light enters and every negative thing goes just out of your body. Use any meditation that you can make yourself. Basically, let the light enter and take all the negativity for that person from your heart down, 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 and out, and then say, I am rejuvenated, healed, and I completely accept who I am and the person. Thank you so much for accepting. All right. Tomorrow we will read the summary of your aids to forgiveness because we will again elaborate bit by bit. And today, at this point, we'll move on to Ikigai. So yesterday we spoke a lot about, the older, the stronger. We talked about that, it's always nice to think that, and don't think that, you're so old and this is how your body is fading away because you're old. Think, I'm old, I'm getting wiser, stronger, better. Tell yourself, I'm getting younger, doing reverse aging, and that's what will happen. Today, we will talk about this very beautiful thing. The interviews is what we'll read about. So, now what happened is these people interviewed all the supersanitarians, and what they came out with are these power facts which you'll read about. Please read the interviews.
Over the course of a week, we conducted a total of 100 interviews asking the eldest members of the community about their life philosophy, their ikigai, secrets to longevity. We filmed these conversations with 2 cameras for use in little documentary and chose a few specially meaningful and inspiring statements to include in this section of the book. First, don't worry. The secret to a long life is not to worry and to keep your heart young. Don't let it grow old. Open your heart to people with a nice smile on your face. If you smile and open your heart, your grandchildren and everyone else will want to see you. The best way to avoid anxiety is to go out in the street and say hello to people. I do it every day. I go out there and say hello and see you later. And then I go home and care for my vegetable garden. In the afternoon, I spend time with friends. Here, everyone gets along. We try not to cause problems. Spending time together and having fun is the only thing that matters.
So, don't worry is beautiful because you can have a lovely life if you're smiling away to glory. That's what they say, right? Smiling away to glory. If you're smiling, good things will happen to you. So yesterday, a friend of mine from the BCI family only, she said something very beautiful about me. He's like, you are exactly what this book is about. Everything you're following. I was like, what do you mean by that? He's like, there's this beautiful book by Dale Carnegie. So I was like, Dale Carnegie, somebody I'm very close to because I became a trainer through him in 2011. I became a train the trainer was a program that I became a qualified trainer, certified trainer, and it's through his institute. So he's like, he's got this beautiful book about how to win friends and influence people. He's like, you are a live example of this book. So out of my curiosity that what am I all about, what does he think about me, I bought this. I'm Muskan, and I went, and we were just going to buy this book. The Aurobindo market is very close to our house, like walking distance. And on the way, we found this cute little baby. She must be like a year and 2 months max, and she's like trying to walk. And I just said, hello. And even though it's pandemic, Muskan said, what are you doing, she's a stranger? I said, stop judging. I started talking to the little baby, of course, keeping a social distance because the mother must have been very. And then the mother started smiling and I started smiling. That's what happens with smiles. Talk to strangers. It's infectious. Smile spreads, yeah. The way even if somebody yawns, the other person starts yawning, similar smile. If I smile, automatically you will smile. Isn't that wonderful? Keep smiling. Always keep smiling. Celebrating life. Next PowerPoint number 2.
Cultivate good habits. I feel joy every morning waking up at 6 and opening the curtains to look out at my garden, where I grow my own vegetables. I go right inside to check on my tomatoes, my mandarin oranges. I love the sight of them. It relaxes me. After an hour in the garden, I go back inside and make breakfast. I plant my own vegetables and cook them myself. That's my ikigai. The key is the key to staying sharp in old age is in your fingers. From your fingers to your brains and back again. If you keep your fingers busy, you'll live to see 100. I get up at 4 every day. I set my alarm for that time, have a cup of coffee, and do a little exercise, lifting my arms. That gives me energy for the rest of the day.
So, getting up at 4 o'clock is not just an Indian culture. It's not just the Brahma Muhurat. People who know this science, even abroad, follow this. So they made a standard 4 o'clock routine. Why? Because Brahma Muhurat is 96 minutes before the sunrise. So 4 o'clock is conventionally the time given everywhere. People who wake up at 4 o'clock will never ever age as such because that time is the hour of creation. That time they're manifesting or whatever they're thinking comes true. So please remember a little exercise, a beautiful smile, using your fingers, walking, being a little active are going to ensure that you are going to age very, very, very beautifully. And it will give you energy as well for the rest of your day. Your day will seem longer. Sleep early, wake up early is a mantra if you follow. Longevity is, anyways, like cakewalk. Let's turn the page.
I eat a lot of I eat a bit of everything. I think that's the secret. I like variety in what I eat. I think it tastes better. Working. If you don't work, your body breaks down. When I wake up, I go to the Butsudan and light incense. You have to keep your ancestors in mind. It's the first thing I do every morning. I wake up every day at the same time early and spend my morning in my vegetable garden. I go dancing with my friends once a week. I do exercise every day and every morning I go for a little walk. I never forget to do my Taiso exercises when I get up. Eating vegetables, it helps you live longer. To live a long time, you need to do three things: exercise to stay healthy, eat well, and spend time with people.
Isn't it wonderful? Firstly, people who are dieting also, don't diet. If you want to be in the weight loss journey with me, stop dieting. There's nothing called dieting. Eat sensibly, eat whatever, everything. Try to make half your meal organic, raw, and just eat everything. You want to have pizza, you want to have pasta, you want to have bhatura, chana, whatever, you want to have naan dal, whatever you want to have tacos, go for it. Eat it in moderation and you enjoy, be happy. Wow, today I'm treating myself to this. Hey, enchilada coming my way, amazing. Risotto coming my way, and enjoy. So if I'm not saying have a full portion, have a small portion. Anyways, your stomach is this much. If you have anything of this much food, you're never bound to gain weight. So make your portions this much, start coming as closer as possible. Secondly, working is very important. When you work, your body is active. Thirdly, waking up in good time is very important. And acknowledging your ancestors because they are your angels. They're your own personal angels. They've gone up to be your angels to guide you. If you start saying thank you to them and remembering them, they will come and guide you. Papa, I need your guidance. All I have to just telling him is, Dad, I need your guidance. Are you here with me? And my father-in-law just walks up and I get some kind of a thing that okay, this is how it's supposed to be done. That's how beautiful life is. Wake up, do something that interests you, whether it's your gardening, whether it's your baking, whether it's your whatever. Dancing keeps you young. Believe you me, if you can go out and find a place in your city and you have a set of boyfriends or a set of girlfriends, or maybe just your family, four of you, or whoever, just your couple, just go and don't worry about who's watching. Dance like no one's watching. Just dance because it's a beautiful therapy. Why care about who thinks what? You are there, just dance. It's very, very amazing. Exercise every single day. You don't have to do something major. Even walking is in fact the best exercise, walking and yoga. Eating vegetables will help you keep longer. That's why I say go organic. Have at least have 50% of your food raw. That will really make your life long. If you do all of this, and if you're even sleeping well, if you're spending time with people, if you're a people's person, you will never ever age. Point number 3 is my favorite. Okay, let's read about it.
Nurture your friendships every day. Getting together with my friends is my most important ikigai. We all get together here and talk. It's very important. I always know I'll see them all year tomorrow, and that's one of my favorite things in life. My main hobby is getting together with friends and neighbors. Talking each day with the people you love, that's the secret to a long life. I say hello and see you later to the children on their way to school and wave at everyone who goes by me in their car. Drive safely, I say. Between 7:20 a.m. and 8:15 a.m., I'm outside on my feet the whole time saying hello to people. Once everyone's gone, I go back inside, chatting and drinking tea with my neighbors. That's the best thing in life, and singing together. I wake up at 5 every morning, leave the house, and walk to the sea. Then I go to a friend's house and we have tea together. That's the secret to long life, getting together with people and going from place to place.
How wonderful. Please do all of this. It's really amazing. It's really, really, really amazing. And I am blessed with a fantastic set of friends, the girlfriends, boyfriends, a group of mixed friends. It's amazing. It's therapy. It's really therapy. Let's turn the page.
Live in an unhurried life. My secret to a long life is always saying to myself, slow down and relax. You live much longer if you're not in a hurry. I make things with vigor. That's my ikigai. The first thing I do when I wake up is pray. Then I do my exercises and eat breakfast. At 7, I calmly start working on my vigor. When I get tired at 5, I go visit my friends. Doing many different things every day, always staying busy, but doing one thing at a time without getting overwhelmed. The secret to a long life is going to bed early, waking up early, and going for a walk. Living peacefully and enjoying the little things. Getting along with your friends, spring, summer, fall, winter. Enjoying each season happily.
So that's the key to a good life. Never be in a hurry. Sab ho jata hai. If you think it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, right? You're manifesting it. But if you're in a hurry, ये नहीं हुआ तो ये नहीं हुआ तो नहीं होगा, right? We know we're attracting it. Similarly about parking. What if I get late? I don't get a parking. Yes, you will not get a parking. But if you think सब मिल जाएगी, there and then a car will leave for you. That's how it happens, right? So let's attract the good things in life. It's very, very beautiful to have an unhurried life. It's very important to bond with your friends. It's very, very important to see in life that you are not worrisome. It's very important to keep cultivating something new every other day and having good habits. Now, the most important habit is this, and I am blessed with this because when I was born, my mother gave me the genes of B positive blood group, and that's what I am in life because that's how I'm blessed with it. So, B positive is a blood group, and that's the attitude. So, being optimistic is very, very beautiful. Let's read about this.
Be optimistic. Every day I say to myself, today will be full of health and energy. Live it to the fullest. I'm 98, but consider myself young. I still have so much to do. Laugh. Laughter is the most important thing. I laugh wherever I go. I'm going to live to be 100. Of course I am. It's a huge motivation for me. Dancing and singing with your grandchildren is the best thing in life. I feel very fortunate to have been born here. I give thanks for it every day. The most important thing in Ogimi in life is to keep smiling. I do volunteer work to give back to the village a bit of what it has given me. For example, I use my car to help friends get to the hospital. There's no secret to it. The trick is to just live.
The trick is to just live. How many ever years? Be positive, be optimistic, be healthy, love and laugh. So if you know about laughter therapy, it's beautiful. If you may have seen in parks in your local colonies, there's this group of men and women laughing in the morning. Ha 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 ha. They're intentionally laughing, right? And they're just trying to laugh and laugh and laugh. That's because it's so amazing. It gives you a motivation. It gives you the right hormones, secretion of the right things, and you are going to become magical. Dancing and singing with grandchildren is the best thing in life. Yes, so I will do this with grandchildren, great grandchildren, great grand. If Kuldeep ji says I have to live 121 years of married life, 100 साल बाकी हैं. So obviously Muskan's grandchild will also come. So I'm going to be doing that till the day I die. So imagine what's the thing, yeah, and dance and sing. So who cares who you're crooning away to glory? Sing. No, you can't be Lata Mangeshkar. You can't be whoever you wish to be. So just be whoever. So don't worry about what people are judging you. Feel fortunate that you are born. Feel fortunate that you are blessed. Feel fortunate that you are the creator of your life. And the most important thing, always keep wearing a smile because it suits every single soul. And that's the trick. And that's the trick to live older life, keeping in check how life is. Now let's read about the keys to the Ogimi lifestyle.
100% of the people we interviewed keep a vegetable garden, and most of them also have fields of tea, mangoes, shikuwasa, and so on. All belong to some form of neighborhood association where they feel cared for as though by family. They celebrate all the time, even little things. Music, song, and dance are essential parts of daily life. They have an important purpose in life, or several. They have an ikigai, but they don't take it too seriously. They are relaxed and enjoy all that they do. They are very proud of their traditions and local culture. They are passionate about everything they do, however insignificant it might seem. Locals have a strong sense of yuimaru, recognizing the connection between people. They help each other with everything from work in the fields, harvesting sugarcane or planting rice, to building houses and municipal projects. Our friend Miyagi, who ate dinner with us on our last night in town, told us that he was building a new home with the help of all his friends and that we could stay there the next time we were in Ogimi. They are always busy, but they occupy themselves with the tasks that allow them to relax. We didn't see a single old grandpa sitting on a bench doing nothing. They're always coming and going to sing karaoke with to sing karaoke, visit with neighbors, or play a game of gate ball.
So, how wonderful, right? Indulgent activities, become passionate, become compassionate, relax, enjoy life, enjoy things that you do, spread love, spread happiness, spread joy, feel the happiness, love, and joy. And then your life will become magical, and you will make it magical for the friends around you, for the family, for the loved ones around you. Relax, always relax. Go for one vacation in a year where you're just doing nothing, no agenda, just booking a hotel or a resort and just relaxing. Find a very scenic place, whether it's a jungle, whether it's a beach property, whether it's a hill station, no movement, just there relaxing, reading books or painting or whatever. When you find all of this, life will become magical. Tomorrow we'll talk about very beautiful stuff, Ikigai diet. I'll again love it, and this will also help the people on the weight loss mission. Today we'll flip our last book for the day into a heart thought. Rupal, thank you for being the magical you. You read beautifully. I always love the sound. I always love the way you read. Everything about you is so easy and effortless. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you
And
for
I like a
the
hand.
chance. My
Thank you, darling. Thank you. And I like a hands up of somebody who's never read for us before, ever. Like ever means ever. So Ritesh sir, while he's flipping the book, who is it who's never read for us? Okay. Niyati, can you achieve you with your husband always this time? Kiran has never read, right? Kiran, you were mentioning yesterday you've never read. Please raise your hand. Yesterday you raised. Wow. Okay, so mother is written on top. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think we had this cue day before about sharing our parenting pictures on Facebook. I don't think anyone has done that, or have we? I haven't seen it, so sorry because I haven't seen it. So for me, it's a cue that I have to share my mothering pictures. All right, and I've actually clicked them when we got the cue. You Radhika, you have okay, fine. I'll see today. I have a right. Oh, sorry. Have a good support system group. So we just talked about having good friends where you can just chill, party, dance, have fun, unwind. So it's very important to have a good support group, especially when you don't want to do something. They will help you grow. I have a beautiful support system, not one, but three sets of friends, and I love each one unconditionally, and they're wonderful. In fact, there are four sets of friends. So now let's understand what is today's message all about. It says, I have a right to have what the life that I want. So for me, the message is But the Ikigai is coming our way. Power of Subconscious Mind is coming our way. Luke Cotino's book is coming our way. And even Louis Hay's Heart Thought is coming our way. Everything is coming to one thing, your life. When life is taken care of, you're the magical being. Please read for us. Kirti, आपने हाथ नहीं raise किया? Oh, sorry, Kiran. Yes. I've asked to unmute you, sweetie. Please read for us. Thank you for
Good,
volunteering.
good morning, Prachiji.
Good
Good morning.
morning.
Good morning
Good
to
to hear you.
Sangha. Thank you so much. I have a right to have the life I want. What kind of relationship would would you like to have with your mother? Put it into affirmative
Affirmative.
treatment from the from and start declaring it for yourself. Then you can tell her if she is still pushing your button. You are not letting her know how you feel. You have a right to have the life you want. You have a right to be an adult. It may not be easy. Decide what it is you need. She may not approve of it, but do not make her wrong. Tell her what you need. Ask her, how can we work this out? Say to her, I want to love you and I want to have a wonderful relationship with you. And I need to be myself. Thank you, Prachi. I love
Thank
what
you.
my
You were
mother
amazing. Considering you have not studied English after a very young age in school, you're from Guntur, like Vijayawada area, Andhra, right?
Andhra, Kadam.
Yeah. Yeah. So now Telugu is her first language. English she's not done after a very young age in school. Yet she's coming here for every morning and she's getting so much of more value. And today you were reading so beautifully. Kiran, you must come back to us. In fact, read the Heart Thoughts for a couple of days. It's
Okay,
very,
okay.
very important to read it. Yeah. Thank you, darling. God
Right.
bless you. Thank you. All right. Wonderful. All right. Thank you, everyone. With this, we close this chapter. We'll do a meditation. And I have a quick request with that Ritesh sir will create a poll. As you know, I'm leaving today for Rajasthan for 3 days for a sales trip. So I will not be able to do the detox with you all. So either we do it together or we choose to maintain the same date and I do it some other day. So I'm very comfortable. I want you to choose first. So let's meditate first and then we will do it. Um, Relax yourselves. Sit straight. Back absolutely straight. With all 7 chakras in alignment. Eyes closed. Hands on thighs in Gyan Mudra. And feet firmly placed on the ground. This is our one-to-one pose for meditation henceforth. We've graduated. Let's inhale deep. Hold, and release. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. And exhale. Last time for this morning. Inhale. Hold. And exhale. Life is magical. Life is beautiful. Life is a blessing and a celebration. Let's live the life of our dreams. Let's age gracefully. In fact, let's reverse age. Let's be a believer in all things good. Let's know that life has our back, it flows for us. Let's know that we have to forgive to move on. We have to flow with life. Whatever discord we've had, it's time to open the knots. It's time to take those thoughts down, down, and out of your body. Surrender them to Mother Universe. Let her soak them in her deep, deep oceans of love. Let's remember whatever we want in our life, we can create it so easily. Let's remember to thank our Janani, our mother. Let's remember to pamper her, bless her, thank her, love her, embrace her. Let's remember to post the pictures of our children today because that will increase our energy circle. It will increase our circle of love. And remember, it's only infancy. It's only infancy that we are posting about. Let's remember that life is going to become more magical and magical simply by us being on the right track. Let's flow eternally. And so it is. Let's bless our Mother Earth. Dear Mother Earth, as I bow my head towards you, I bless you today. I bless you to grow by leaps and bounds. I bless you, bless you, bless you, because you are an unconditional giver. You take all the negative in me, in you, and I never, ever, ever qualify to take them back because I never want them again. Thank you, dear Mother Earth. Please heal well. Blessings for you. Let's come back at the eye level. Thank our wonderful life. Bless it, forgive people, and just move on. Thank you, thank you, thank you, dear life. I'm looking forward to live you with my sincerity, with love, with joy, with happiness, with gratitude, and with all things great. That's going to be my attitude. Let's open our hands to the universe. Thank it for all that's wonderful. Dear universe, thank you for having my back. Dear cosmos, angel guardians, divinity, thank you for blessing us, nurturing us, guiding us, showing a direction. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bring your hands at the heart level, still stretched wide. I'm open and receptive to all the goodness in the world. My heart is overflowing with love because my entire body, every single cell of my body is made with love. Let's bring our hands in a pose of Namaste next to the heart, energize them. Today we'll do a very quick body scan. Your head, face, neck, ears, shoulders, arms, upper, lower, hands, tongue, fingernails, your upper back, middle back, lower back, your spinal cord, your hips, your lungs, your heart, feel it beat, your liver, your stomach, your gallbladders, your kidneys, your intestines, your uterus, sexual organs, excretory organs, your thighs, upper and lower, your knees, your calves, front and back, your entire body, and come back up. Your feet, come back up. Dear body, dear trillions of cells in my body, I thank you. I thank you via blood cells, the blood circulation system. I thank the tissues, muscles, fiber in my body. I thank all things wonderful, above all my skin that covers me with protection layer. And I promise, dear body, that I am losing weight so easily every single day Because now I don't need to try something, I don't need to experiment with something. All I need is love, love, and love. All the extra weight is flowing out of my body. From top, it's coming down to my neck, to my chest, to my hands, out from my hands. Now, from my upper breast, chest, stomach area, upper back, lower back, hips, thighs, calves, and out. It's flowing into Mother Earth, leaving me fresher, stronger, and better. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now feel the love from your heart between your palms. And let's bless each other with the magic moment and the magic blessings. Prachi, Alona, Sailesh, Rupal, Shilpa, Radhika, Anika, Nisha, Neha, Pratimaji, Deepika, Mudita, Amma, Shweta, Sneha, Preeti, Shelly, Mehek, Sudha, Radniji, Nitika, Kuldeep ji, Kiranmai, Kirtimai, Sunita, Shalu, Harpreet, Poonam, Dipali, Alifya, Sangeeta, Reema, Minakshi, Payal, Raviji, Reena, Archana, Sapna, Kavita, Archana, Neelamji, Akshay, blessings for uh, blessings for your wife. Just forget the name. Blessings for everyone. I can't see a couple of dark cameras. I don't know who they are. But even the people who are here, Monish, Pramila ji, Richa, Niyati, Puneet, Akshay, blessings for all of you. Ritesh sir, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, everyone. And now let's have the magic poll so that we can, cast our vote in case we want to stick to. We just get to know. Please be careful on clicking only the option that you want. It will not be sent again. Secondly, Sailesh, you had a question. Please, I'll check the question again. So if you, what do you say? Let me see. Okay. So while meditation, few things come up in your mind and they make you angry. How to overcome? Accept the thoughts. Don't fight the thoughts. Just say, okay, I feel anger. Okay, what else do I feel? And just keep feeling. Just feeling it fading from your body, from all pores of your body. Feel the anger coming out. Say, I release anger. Start doing this, and you'll start feeling it. Don't 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 stop it. Don't fight it. Just let it flow. Thank you everyone for everything. That's fine. Yeah. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And all right. Thank you, Shelly, Radhika, Nisha. I don't know if I'm a guru, but I'm just a co-seeker. I'm just sharing what I know. Pratima ji, thank you for saying that, but just a seeker, and I'm always happy to be one. Shweta, thank you about the creativity. You liked it because you are very creative yourself. So it's lovely. And thank you for all the thank yous. And Kirti, I'm so proud of you. Kiranmai, I'm so proud of you for reading for us so beautifully. You're amazing. And we must have you more often. Everyone who has a little thing with English, please come to us, read, get better because we need to empower you as well. And I'm so happy that we're such a beautiful Sangha. I'm glad you found the session amazing. I need to go, Ritesh sir, 6:24, and my car is waiting. The driver's called me a couple of times. Will it take time for the poll?
No, ma'am, it's ready.
Okay, sir, please launch it. It's coming on your screen. There are 3 days, Friday, Saturday, or Monday. Please see what works for you. Remember, 6 o'clock in the evening you start, and 12 o'clock next day you eat. So between 6 to 12, you're not eating anything. Please be careful. Don't be in a hurry. Read it properly and then fill it. We only have 23 votes out of 42 people. We have 44 of us on call. So, sir and I can't vote. You people can vote. So, 42 of you will be voting. Out of 42, we have 25 votes only. Please cast your vote, people. It's just 50 seconds left. Think about it. You want to do it Friday as scheduled prior. You want to do it Saturday. It doesn't matter if I'm not there. Don't worry that I'm not there. You can always do it. I can always do it separate some other day. It doesn't have to be me with you. I would have liked to do that, but it's not a big deal. Okay, 27 votes received. So remember, whoever is receiving, that's what will be going on. Ritesh, so when does the poll end? Should we end it now because we've only received 30 votes out of 42 and people aren't voting? So, okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's 1:34. At 2 minutes, we'll just close it. Today is my day of Sai Priti. That's why I'm wearing a yellow. We are going to close in the next 15 seconds. I'm going to end it. And now the countdown starts. 30 reports received. And we should close in 5 seconds. 31st. Oh, okay, end. All right, the verdict is out. 12 votes for Monday 29th March and Monday 29th March. It is. We're going to revive and send it to you. I'll take your leave. Can't answer any more questions because I've got to leave. Love, light, and abundance to each one of you. Have a magical day, and I'll be in touch with you on social media. Take care. Ritesh sir, thank you, thank you, thank you.